What's going on, guys, and welcome back. And this is not the foot champion journey all over again. I just took some clips out of my foot champion journey, and I wanted to show you guys the way that I defend against my opponents, and some of the clips that how I scored the goals and how I got to score those goals. So a lot of you guys can see that I scored a lot of goals against my opponents, but you only see the goals, but you don't see exactly how I scored them, like exactly what did I do during the gameplay that got me those goals. And basically all stars are playing defense. Like, you can score goals, but if your opponent score more than you, then of course you're gonna lose the game. So that's why people, like, if you get goal 1, goal 3, even silver 1, like, everyone can score goals, but you need to be a great defender in this game if you want to get into the elite tier, if you want to get even the top 100 tier, which I have only done once, but I got 36 wins, like at least 4 times, 35 a lot of times. So I always be an elite player, but I can get to top 100. But I'm not the best in this game, of course. I can win a lot of games, but I also gonna show you the goals that my opponent score on me. So I was also learning from it, and I wanted to show you a video how I score my goals. And again, like, if you see the way that my opponent score, I also learned a little bit about how I have to defend next time, or what do I have to do different, so I don't concede the same goals, because basically every weekend I see myself conceding the same kind of goals to my opponents, and it's something that I have to change if I want to improve my gameplay, and if I want to get in top 100 like almost every week, which I know I'm capable of doing it. And I just have to be a little bit more careful with the ball, and just make sure to pass the ball at the right time and to the right opponent. You're gonna see in some of the clips that I basically just wanted to pass the ball to my own player, even though there was a defender really close to my player. So those are the things that I really need to change. Also, guys, I made a video before of the controller settings that I use, and that makes a really big difference in this game, because I use a teammate contain a lot. Like, if you use teammate contain while defending, like, that can be great for you, but you have to make sure to do it at a good time, because if you do it all the time, then basically your center back is going to be out of position, and that's going to be really easy for your opponent to score. So you have to make sure to use it at the right time and in the right area, because again, like, if your center back is trying to contain, and then it's going to leave a gap in between the other center back, and if your opponent is really good, then he's gonna take advantage of that, and of course he's gonna score. So those are the things that you have to really be careful. And again, like, I always try to defend with my center back. Like, you're gonna see me control my center back like the majority of the time. I don't usually control, I'm controlling the center mid, not the center back. Like, I usually don't control the center back for the most time. Like, if I have to control the center back, that's like when I don't have, like, my center mid really close. So because the AI do the work for you. Like, if you let the AI defend for you, you're gonna win a lot of more games, guys. Just trust me. Like, you're gonna see a lot of the top 100 players, elite players, they're gonna try to defend with their center mids. Like, if you only control your center mids and you try to get the ball, like, if you contain with your center mids, you're gonna have more chances to intercept the ball, or to get the ball out of your opponent really easy. Like, you're gonna see that I consider a goals as well. Like, I'm not the best of defenders. I try, yes, I win a lot of games, but I need to work a little bit on my defending, and again, I'm learning from this video, and I hope you guys learn a little bit about this video. If maybe you think like you are a great defender, but you cannot score goals, like, I also show you how I score the goals. Like, I show you even from my own area how I got to those goals. I usually at the beginning in game I try to play like a slow possession trial gameplay. I can also play a fast gameplay. It all depends on how my opponent is playing. Like you also have to read your opponent. You know, not every opponent plays the same. Like you can go into one game and your opponent just wants to play counter attacking style, but the next opponent he can be an opponent that you just want to have the ball and takes really care of the ball. So you have to make sure how to play against those opponents. You cannot go into every game with the same with exactly how you play. Like you have to have at least 2 or 3 formations that you're comfortable playing in. You have to be comfortable not having the ball. So that's why you have to play really great defense. I think on 3 or 4 games this weekend they finished only with 1 goal. Like I think only won by 1 goal, and I had to play really great defense against those players. So I know I'm capable of playing great defense, but again there are some other games that I just I don't even know what I'm doing, and that's something that I have to work on. So the players that I was using, of course, they're really good players. I have Team of the Year players. I have Modric, Pogba, and I was playing Casemiro one half, and the second half I was playing Kante. So I know Pogba and Casemiro, they have the defensive stats. Even Modric, you can see a lot of the balls that I was intercepting. It was with Modric, but again, my center mids, they have really good defensive stats, but they can also go forward. So there is a lot of cheap players that can do the same thing. So you just have to look for them, but just the thing that I want you guys to take on is to defend with your midfielders. Don't be afraid. Like just let the AI do the work for you. Again, it's not gonna work all the time, but if you contribute playing like that, you're gonna see that your gameplay is going to improve. If you know how to score, like just keep doing your work. If you know that you can score a lot of goals, just keep doing it, but just make sure you can defend better, because that's the thing that a lot of people struggle in this game, and they say like they can score a lot of goals, but their opponent just score more goals than them. So that's why you have to improve in your defense especially. But again, just let the AI do the work for you. If you don't have your center mids close, then you have to use the center backs. And when you use your center backs, you have to read your opponent. That's all you have to do, because it's just hard to defend with your center backs. It's really hard to defend with your center backs. So just that's the thing. You have to read your opponent. You have to basically try to read what is his next move, so you can try to intercept the ball, or if you have a close center mid, just go for the center mid and let the AI defend with your center backs, because they just really because they're just doing their work. I think I don't know if it's legendary the exact how they defend, but it's just really hard, like, to go past the center backs that the computer is controlling. So again, just try to defend with your center mids and let them do the work for you. But again, also use teammate contain at the right time, so you have more chance to intercept the ball or to take the ball out of your opponent. So that's basically it, guys. I try my best to show you how I defend. Again, I didn't show you all the clips. I just wanted to show you some of the clips that I got for some of the goals that I scored. So if my opponent had the ball, I show you how I defend against him and how I score the goals after I got the ball out of them. So I think I try my best, but again, use the control settings. I usually don't use default, because sometimes default doesn't work for me. I use the alternate, like offensive. I use alternate. I don't use the classic. I don't know, I find it better for me. But teammate contain, I change it. So I'm gonna leave a video in the description showing you my controller settings, because they really do make a difference. And I also in that video show you how I defend. So again, if you got something out of this video, I think the video that I have in the description that can also help you guys a little bit better as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you can win a lot more games in FUT Champions, because trust me, it's really easy. I know I have a great record on my club, but again, it's just I don't know. I consider myself like I'm not even a pro player. I just play this game. I like to play this game, but again, I don't play full time. And if I don't play full time and I can have the record and I can get to elite tier, even top 100, like you can do it as well, guys. So thank you guys for watching, and I see you guys later. Thank you.